Hello there, greetings. And you're on to Augustine, your English facilitator for the Simply Brilliant community. So today is the 9th of December 2025, and I'm going to make a review of our week 19, the questions and answers for week 19. And the reason why I'm doing this is for ease of understanding and the ability to pass on the information as I ought to. And then this is a directive from the administration of the Simply Brilliant community to ensure that members of the community are able to connect with the Sbcedu. The reason is because we are going about a global paradigm shift. And one of the things that the people will learn are things that pertain to the new world that we are entering into. And they would also be required to unlearn what they've known from the old system. So the principle of unlearning, learning, and relearning is our modus operandi, and we're going to keep at it. This education system will continue. It will continue as long as the Simply Brilliant community exists. I've said it before, it's going to be the lifeblood of the Simply Brilliant community. As long as you are a human being existing, you are going to continue getting educated, and the education will be ongoing again and again. So, I'm saying this for everybody to be aware. And the education is one thing, you learn the education, and then the other thing is to attempt the quiz. Another thing you should also know is do not just wait only on the questions. If you are not taking your time to watch the video, you are not helping yourself. You have to watch the video and then attempt the quiz the first time and the second time. Now, if you don't get it right after two attempts, then you wait for this live broadcast so that I can clarify you on where you are not getting it right. Okay? So, this live broadcast is the same thing. I mean, the same questions, the same answers for all the facilitators, for Bangla, for Hindi, for South Africa, and for French, which is, yeah, for French facilitator. All the facilitators, it is the same thing. So, whatever thing I give to number one as the answer, it is the same thing that applies to all other languages. Okay, so as the global facilitator for SBCEDU, I am the one that writes up the questions. I mean, the administration writes up the questions, and then I document it into the SBCEDU so that the other facilitators can follow suit. So if you are from other languages but you can hear English, and you also want to apply this to your own, you can also do so. So other facilitators will also do their own part of the education question and answer. But then until they come on board, I don't know when they will come on board. So everybody can meanwhile work with what I am offering the community for now. Okay. So today, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details. We're just going to go straight to the point. And then after that, we call it close for today. If you want to know about the content, now this is week 19. Okay. So if you want to know about it, refer back to week 19 and then watch the video. Like I previously said, do not rely only on the questions. Please attempt the quiz. Try it once, twice, and then try it. Be intentional. Don't just be careless. Please be intentional because you are building a future in this community and you are going to help yourself if you choose to open your mind to learn. Okay? It's after you have sincerely tried it twice and it doesn't work, then you move to the next phase. Wait for my video. You don't have to fail at all. That's the idea of why the administration is setting up this question and answer section. All right, so we are moving forward now to answer the questions. Okay, now before we do so, I would crave your indulgence that you do well to like this channel because it's content that we are giving you, content that will help you to thrive in the community. Please do not leave this phase without liking this channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, for the sake of the Simply Brilliant community and our growth and unity, do well to subscribe. Okay? And then do not also forget to make a comment, a positive comment. And I would not know why people will choose to put negative comments when what we are doing is with all of sincerity to make sure that while the financial system is collapsing, we create an alternative path so that we don't also go down with the system. So I encourage you to please make a comment and honest feedback. All right. Okay. So let us begin. Question and answers section for week 19, a comprehensive overview of weeks 1 to 10 of the Simply Brilliant Community Educational Series. So we are now entering into question number 1. Now, what is the primary mission of the Simply Brilliant Community Sbcedu? And the answers are there before us. So, number 1, what is the primary mission of the Simply Brilliant community? And number 1 has to do with to compete with central banks. That's number 1, to compete with central banks. And then number 2, which is B, to fund private companies with cryptocurrencies. And then number 3, to create a cryptocurrency for global speculation, which is a market cryptocurrency. And then number 4, to build economic independence through decentralization and education. That's the answer to this question. Okay, so this is supposed to be decentralization and education. So the answer is D. We move forward. And what token will serve as the store of value in SBC ecosystem? Number 1, which is A, Joy G, SBC Gold, SBFC2, and then SBC utility token. The answer is B. Our store of value is SBC Gold. Our own version of Bitcoin is SBC Gold. Why I say it's our own version is because Bitcoin is seen as a store of value. Okay, so number 3, who took over from Admin Jack as new leader of SBC in 2023? Admin Chris, Admin Olivia, Daniel, and then Admin Scott. The answer is D. Admin Scott is the present leader of our Simply Brilliant community. Moving to number 4. What is the minimum active membership goal required to activate the SBC private fund? And then that's number 4. A, 5,000. B, 10,000. C, 20,000. D, 100,000. The answer is B. Now, I want to be very clear. That B being the answer does not mean that at 10,000 it's game over. 10,000 is the beginning. Fundings will be made available because it's a global requirement by the system. For us to have 10,000, we now qualify. It's like we are saying no to the system. We need 10,000 people from around the world. The requirement of this demand is for 10,000 people from around the world. Now, from every continent, there must be at least one person that says no to the system. It's an agreement. Now, these things are not put to the public. It is hidden in the records, in the wall of records. So that's why we need 10,000. And we must have 10,000 individuals that will sign, that will agree, that will consent. And that's why we have the Private Membership Association. And that's what we are building at the moment. Private Membership Association, after building it, then the whole community who are active and verified. Verified means you are taking the quiz, and then you have also signed the Private Membership Association. That's what it is. So you sign, and then you become qualified to have access to the fundings. Okay? So I hope that's very clear. Now, moving forward to number 5. Number 5 says, which value is central to SBC's community framework? A, wealth accumulation. It's part of it. B, passive income from tokens. No, we don't have passive incomes from tokens because we haven't started any form of staking. We will likely go about that in the future. Now, empowerment through collaboration and integrity. Global domination of crypto markets. Now, when you're talking about global domination of crypto markets, with our economy phase built, there is going to be a shift of power. There will be a transition from the public system into the private because we are going to provide, we are going to create, we are going to make our system very suitable such that humanity will want to identify with us. So there'll be a lot of move in liquidity from the public to the private. At this point, we are building on the foundation. The foundation means the founders. So those who are persistent and they are able to stay with us as we grow, the shift of power will rub off on you. And as we grow to global adoption, and then we'll become one of the epicenters of the system, I mean, one of the strong, strong systems of the world. Now, we may end up becoming one of the strongest, if not the strongest. Why? Because we are a system of the people, by the people, and for the people. So, the answer to the question is empowerment through collaboration and integrity. So, we move over to the next one, which is number 6. Number 6 has to do with who qualifies as a founder in SBC. Only elected council members, anyone who participates and contributes, members with over 12 months in members with over 12 months in SBC, agents and sponsors only. Now, founders are anyone who participates and contributes. Now, this can only mean two things. Number one, we are still building in our economy phase. Okay? And like I have always said, founders are those who built the foundation. There would be a time the era of founders will go. It now becomes the era of the superstructures. So those superstructures will be built on the efforts of the founders. This is going to be with time. And when we get to that phase, you will also know. The founders are to do the work, and the work of the founders is to make sure that the building stands and that there are no differential settlements. And that's the 10,000 that we are looking for. That's what the founders are. And then with that, we start building upon superstructures. So anyone who participates and contributes at the moment are referred to as the founders. Okay? So let's continue. So we're now in number 7. Now, number 7 says, what tool is designed to help founders manage their contributions and accounts? A, SBC wallets. B, SBCBO, C, SBCX token, and then founders link. The answer is B. Of course, it's our Simply Brilliant community back office. That's what it is. Okay, so we'll move over to number 8. Now, number 8 says which token was replaced by Joy G? A, TBC, B, SBFC2, 3, SBC Gold, and that's C. Then D, SBCREW. The answer is B. SBFC2 was the token that replaced Joy G. Okay, so a lot of old members will know this, but new members, don't just bother yourself. I made the presentation. If you had paid attention, that's the answer. All right, so moving forward, we're now going to number 9. Number 9 says, what backs the value of each SBC reward? What backs the value of each SBC reward token? A, Bitcoin, B, USD, C, 1 grain of gold, and then D, Joy G liquidity. The answer is C, a grain of gold. So we are gold backed. Okay, so the answer is C. All right, so moving forward, number 10. Number 10 now says, what is the expected monthly income guarantee for active members post fund launch? A, 2,500, B, 5,000, C, 8,500, D, 10,000. Now, I want to be very clear. This number is it will change as long as the price of gold keeps going up. It will change. Now, as the price of gold keeps going up and the membership keeps expanding, what will happen is that because we have a finite amount of gold, that gold is for the country of the Simply Brilliant community. And it should be designed in such a way that it should accommodate every active and verified member. Who is a verified member? A verified member is someone that has signed the private membership association and has read through the content and is willing to abide by the terms and conditions. That's a verified member. Now, you can't call yourself a verified member if you filled out the PMA. That's not enough. It is when you have agreed, which is signing it, that makes you a verified member. One of the conditions for a verified member means you do not expire. Your account does not expire. I repeat, your account does not expire. If your account expires, the consequences for that will be when it is available for the community to read. And then whatever it is, if you are not certain that you will be in compliance, please do not proceed to sign the private membership association because the consequences could be dire. The consequences could be dire, meaning that the consequences could be very bad. The consequences could be very unfair. The consequences could be brutal. When you are not certain that you want to go through to accessing the funding, we are not looking for individuals who will play games with the community. I'm saying this very clearly so that people who will watch will understand the consequences of being in alignment. Please, when it will be available by January of next year, make sure you read through the content and consent. If you are not willing to consent, then wait. Whenever the people who agree to consent has access to the funding, you can wait and keep watching them. Whenever you feel you are ready, then you come in. And when it is your time, the system will then make the funds available to you. So coming back to this question, the price of grains of gold will keep appreciating. And as long as that happens, the reward system will also reduce so that the finite amount of gold that we have will accommodate for all of humanity. The founders are the ones that will have the lion's share because they were able to bear the heat from the beginning till now. I hope I'm very clear. So this 8,500 in the next 2 years will be For those who will have it now, it will appreciate to probably 10,000 or even 11,000. But for today, the value is 8,500. All right. All right. So let's proceed. I'm now 11. All right. So I'm almost done. Now, what is the responsibilities required to maintain active member status? A. Share SBC on social media. Please, we are a private community. If you see anything outside, if you see anything pertaining to our community on Facebook, please ignore. The only valid social media in our community is our general Telegram group, where the administration is the creator, and our SBC EDU general Telegram group, where I am the one who created it with the permission or directive of the administration. These are the only two valid social medias. Any other social media is the responsibility of that admin, not admin Scott and not myself. So please take note that that is not the answer. Responsibilities required to maintain active member status. So share SBC on social media. Don't do that. You can talk to someone peer to peer, okay? Educate him about the community peer to peer, not publicly on social media. Attend sections, that is B now. Attend sections and complete weekly education modules. C, trade SBCG externally. We can't exist externally. When you listen to week 20, you will come to realize that with the existence and creation of our private membership association, we previously had the plan of featuring SBCG at some point in the public domain, but we have created what we call jurisdiction. We will also have a constitution which will be set up by the advisory council, and that has made it such that SBCG will not be allowed to exist in the public domain. Otherwise, the Security Exchange Commission of the United States may decide to set up a lawsuit. And it has been made very clear from weeks 15 to weeks 19 that our systems are private and we are going to manage it privately. Okay? So, trade SBCG externally is never going to happen, both for SBCG and for SBFC2. Write blog posts monthly, that's the jurisdiction of the administration. So, the answer is B. Attend sections and complete weekly SBC EDU modules. Okay, so number 12, which is almost dead to the last, I guess. What kind of actions demonstrates member alignment? A. Buying large token packages. Well, buying large token packages is encouraged. Buying SBCG and then participating in SBFC2 pre-sale is encouraged. But that's not enough because you can decide to buy and then you can decide to become inactive, which is not helping yourself and in extension the community. So that's not actually the answer, even though it's a good one. Now, coordinated renewals. Okay, so coordinated renewals, attendance, and communication. Now, what is coordinated renewals? Of course, being religious about your subscription fee. Attendance means attending SBC EDU, attending founders meeting, and making it a habit. Communication means make feedbacks in our general Telegram group where necessary. All right, logging out for security. Logging out for security. That doesn't even fit the question. All right, sharing token prices. You don't have to because it's made public in our SBC BO. So the answer is B. Okay, so number 13. Number 13 says, what behavior damages trust and credibility in the community? Asking questions. Asking questions does not damage trust as long as it's a sincere question and it's not a sarcastic one. Now, failing a quiz. Failing a quiz does not actually damage credibility. If you're intentional about it, you won't have to fail. Now, C, spreading misinformation and being inactive. Yes, that is what damages trust. And then D, delayed login. Delayed login is at your own expense because if you are delaying in logging in, When it's time for the admin to give SBC rewards and your account is not active, probably you will miss out on the reward. Anybody that his account is not active, even if he made a purchase of SBC uh, legal donations, if your account is not active, as and when the admin will be giving SBC rewards, you won't receive it, meaning that your money is gone. So being active is a necessity. So the answer to this is spreading misinformation and being inactive. That's C. Okay. So number 13, number 14, I mean to say. Now, what is the real purpose of SBC EDU quizzes? To reward top scorers. B, to rank members. C, to build collective alignment and understanding. D, to eliminate inactive members. The answer is C, to build collective alignment and understanding, which is exactly what I'm doing. And I know that people will still watch this video later. So that's the answer. And then finally, we're now in number 15. I don't know whichever number that it will show you, but I believe I've taken my time to address all this. So 15 says, how is leadership defined in the SBC community? By rank and title? No. By number of recruits? That's a good one, but not good enough. By setting a consistent ethical example? Yes, that's the answer. By holding the most SBC coins? Well, it's a good one if you can get as many SBC coins because you knew what you were doing to have gathered such. But that's not the yardstick. So I will say that number of recruits is a good one. Holding enough SBC gives you more financial buoyancy in the education, in the financial system that will be set up when we launch the funding. That will be a good one, but it is by setting consistent ethical examples that will matter. I hope this is very clear. I hope everybody understood. All right, so thank you so much. I'm done from number 1 to number 15. Now, tomorrow will be the 10th of December. We'll be having week 20. And 1 week from tomorrow, I would also come out to give us the question and answer sections by the special grace of God. And that will be the last for this year. We're now going to be looking at next year. And next year, we will be resuming by the 7th of January. And it's very likely that we are going to have an SBC EDU for that year. The SBC EDU will be available the day we'll be having our first founders meeting. So get ready. We are preparing for the funding and we are not going to stop until we get to 10K. And then there are a lot of juice and rewards that will come up from January, February, March, and finally April. All this will be disclosed to the community when it is time through the blog by the administration. I want to thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure. And I'll be coming your way again by the grace of God, like I said, next week. Please do well to make your comments on this, our YouTube, or you could make your comments live here so that I can see your feedbacks and then I could feature it. Okay? So I want to appreciate all of you who have stayed with me and has listened to me. I may have also taken notes. And I love you guys. I love the community. And I'll continue to do my best to give out the best. So thank you very much. Till I come your way again next week. God bless you. Bye for now.